Hi everyone, my name is Sarah Cameron Sunde. I'm an artist, New York-based artist, working at the intersection of performance art, video art, and public art. I explore scale and duration from an environmental perspective, and one of my ongoing series is called 36.5, A Durational Performance with the Sea. It's a series of 9 site-specific works that are taking place all over the world, where I stand in a tidal area starting at low tide, and I let the water rise up to my neck, and then it goes all the way back down to my feet. And I work with a local community to create the piece from the ground up. So it really changes every time I do it, and I spend usually 5 to 6 weeks on the ground making the work. It's grown and grown in complexity. To date, I've performed it started in Maine in response to Hurricane Sandy hitting New York City, this big hurricane that flooded 50 square miles of our city. And I just kept imagining a little artist running around New York City trying to make ends meet, trying to make enough money to pay for food to survive, and the city was just sinking beneath her feet. And so that's where the image comes from, when I realized that the tides could be a metaphor for environmental change. So that was in 2013. It started in Maine, and then I did research versions in Mexico and San Francisco, and then launched it on a global scale in the Netherlands, in the North Sea in the Netherlands in 2015, and since then have created works in Bangladesh, in the Bay of Bengal, in Brazil, in the Bay of All Saints, and in Kenya, at a little village called Bodo, in the Bodo Inlet. And then I was actually about to make the final work in Aotearoa, New Zealand on March 29th when COVID struck the world. So I had been over there in Aotearoa working with a bunch of awesome collaborators and Maori people, and when we had to call off the performance 6 days before it all happened. So here I am, stuck in the middle of that suspension in time, and trying to figure out how to connect with the communities that I've worked with around the world, and how to keep the project going. This is the one in Aotearoa, New Zealand, was the second to last one, and then New York City was supposed to happen in September later this year, but now it looks like both of those will happen next year. So for this project, for Bio Network, I am planning to explore a small portion of the movement phrase that was developed for the 2014 version in San Francisco in relationship to our current moment in time and the different works that I've been. So I'm out in the woods right now, I'm staying in upstate New York, about an hour and 45 minutes north of the city, and I'm lucky to be able to be outside. So I'm going to connect right now I'm on a trail, but I'm going to connect a different work in the series to a different place around the property or nearby the property where I am, out in nature. And we'll see what happens. Looking forward to connecting with all of you across the world.